Hello, hello. This is Kevin Resilient Me, coming for a second playthrough of Disco Elysium. Almost a year to the day of finishing off the first one, and this time we'll be doing it with commentary. Just make sure everything's set right. Put on a little bit of anti-Elysium, that'll be fine. As long as it's not FF, is it? No, FXAA. Or there's that T one everyone's complaining about. Whatever. And what all am I talking about here? I think I'm just reading. We're going to have that on for just ease of things. We do not need the tutorials. What's hardcore mode? You know what? Yes. We are doing a second playthrough. And we're already getting rewarded for it. Alright. So, quick side note. Anyone who's familiar with my channel knows I am, at least recently, have been putting a lot of generative AI music in my videos. Don't go yet. I'm not interrupting the mood of this game. I will resist the urge, the dark urge, as much as possible for Disco Elysium. If I cannot resist the urge, any AI music will be at the very beginning or the very end so that it can be easily bypassed. But yeah, this isn't a driving game. It doesn't need extra. Frankly, Disco doesn't need my commentary either, but we're doing things a little bit differently, and commentary tends to be a universal positive, so yeah. Alright. So we're not going to be a genius in motorics, but we are going to be a genius in psych. Don't really care about intelligence. We do have an extra point, right? Yeah. Why does it say hardcore mode engaged there? Do I get an extra point for being in hardcore mode, or is it just because that? I'm actually excited about this. I didn't know this was a thing. I just saw it when I was browsing the menu just then. Yeah, so what we're going for is what I'll call a very high empathy build. Cripplingly high empathy build. Should be a thing. This is the game that punishes you for having your skills too high, and I'm ready for that. Gonna be all kind of punishment. Low intellect. Motorics. Let's go average on that. Signature skill. It's tempting to just, I mean, this is even more than doubling down at this point. Quadruple down, throw it in empathy. Not saying I won't do it, but a signature skill, I don't know, it almost seems like the one thing you can do outside of your specialty rather than doubling down on your specialty. Which means I'm tempted to grab one of these, actually. We're gonna see what sounds interesting. Like I said, this playthrough is gonna be driven by the empathy. So, also, the other thing that I have in the back of my mind is there's an achievement for beating the game without getting the body out of the tree. We might be trying for that here too. So that's certainly going to make the game a lot more challenging, I assume. A thief. Well, as fun as thieving would be, that doesn't really fit in empathy build, does it? Instrument players. Yeah. This feels like it could give us insight into more things we could be empathetic toward. But also perception would probably kind of do that a little bit too. But I don't know, this feels more like environmental perception. Composure is more of an emotional perception on top of the actual emotion skills. I'm totally just sitting here delaying to maximize my enjoyment of this song. This song is as addicting as the AI that I'm just obsessed with right now. Alright, let's look at the physical skills. Maybe we don't care as much about the motorics. I don't know. And not being ridiculously low in volition or endurance would be helpful. Mental pain. This would be useful alongside empathy, wouldn't it? You know what? Oh, do I dare drop this to 1 and then put that up to 4? That would be questionable, probably. But questionable's fun. I've convinced myself. How do I always do that to myself? Alright. We're not doing threatening stuff so much, right? Yeah. I mean, this could go something alongside the empathy, too. Fewer negative side effects. But the whole masochist empathy thing is interesting too. And let's go for electrochemistry. I mean, after all, people who are high on stuff are the people you want to be most empathetic toward, right? Yeah. That's a cynical thing to say. And this is a cynical game to play, so perfect.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I mean, we didn't pick the pain threshold one, so sticking to our commitments. Number 1, please.
Alright, nothing down to fuck all borough. Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Wonder what we picked in our first Let's Play. I don't think there's going to be too much crossover outside the non-essential storyline, honestly. Built a very different character. And we're going to try to take different choices where possible.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Okay. This is going to be, this and that. That's going to be how I deal with commentary for this game. I shut up and don't interrupt the narration. I explain decisions I'm making for the more interesting dialogue decisions. Quite a few of them will be included under that more interesting tag. Yeah, that's nice game. I don't know if I have my mouse my mouse buttons bound, and I play without a keyboard. For anyone who's not familiar with my channel, I basically exclusively just have a mouse and a game controller that I'm not currently using. So yeah, we're not going to interrupt the game. I'm not going to read all the dialogue options I select. That's a thing I know some people do, some people don't. I'll do it if it's especially interesting. This is not how keyboards look. Unless it's ortholinear, but I've never seen an ortholinear 10 keyless. That's crazy, man. So, don't need tab, I just use the right mouse button. Thank you. Detour achieved. We have our quick save on the mouse too, because I'm cool like that. Yeah, good luck. I didn't check. Hardcore mode in these games usually means you get a single save. Alright, that does not seem to be the case here, fortunately. Then again, we are explicitly playing in hardcore for a reason, so we're not going to reload failures. I say that. I might make an exception here or there if it's like the empathy check that's going to have some cool dialogue or something, but as a rule, no reloading. Think of it like the rigged dice in Baldur's Gate 3. People tend to prefer it on as opposed to off. I don't know if I want that shirt. No, it can stay there for all I care.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
No delaying.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror.
This game punishes delaying. I know that.
Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
It looks like we've had to delay anyway, and now we're having second thoughts.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
But they are gonna see it. Which means we have to know.
Behold.
Honk honk.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You couldn't stop if you wanted to. It's neurological.
But we don't want to be scaring people, right? Scaring ourselves. Maybe ourself is fine. You know what? Yeah, I might end up a little one note with this empathy thing, but it's fine. Thing is, metagaming, I know we have the skill that we might actually be able to get rid of that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Indescribable.
You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
Okay.
You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now.
Not passing that check. Oh. We're gonna try it anyway, I don't care.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
No consequences in failing this, right?
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Got a little better than an average dice roll, and we still would have needed 6 more points. So that one was close? Really? Oh, no, it wasn't. Sorry, I'm reading the 10 and the 11. 11 versus 14. Nope. Actually impossible. Yeah. This hardcore mode's gonna be interesting. I would have failed both those on regular, I'm sure, but... Huh. Yeah, this is the thing. Do I even want this? Yeah, fine.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Flashing lights.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
A little bit of masochism.
Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
Oh, we don't have that skill either.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
I mean, those other checks were above average rolls. Surely this one will be
You
too.
reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Yeah, about that roll.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that, unfortunately. Maybe not to the severity, but...
For quite a long time.
Yeah, maybe not familiar with that extent either.
Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
There wasn't even a consequence to that. It just gave the health right back again. However, my last playthrough, I only had 1 health, and there very much was a consequence. So, yeah. Electrochemistry, you say? Oh.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
I don't think I can run back to the mirror now. That's alright. That's only 1 of 6 points that I was missing.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
You know what? I don't want that. Pants and socks is enough for any job. As long as they're sandal-less socks, that is. How long did it take us to get out of the first room of the game? Almost half an hour. Yay. If this game had full character creation, we'd still be in it.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
No.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Well, that's a good... My voice is faltering just like this line. That's a good chance of that working. Reasonable chance of it not working, too. Let's not...
Could it be because of the drinking?
Yeah, we to do it.
The words have already left your mouth.
Are you sure that was a 75% chance? So.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. No, you see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
Don't back down now. Say what you said again. Proudly.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Alright, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take our losses, but we're also gonna see what winning looks like. Curiosity drove off the cat or something like that.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Wait, what happens if we do that? Oh, you can just be embarrassed and walk right past her too. That might actually be a more interesting way to play this. But
No.
There's only one solution.
Because you're a police officer. I am, yeah. You've been here. Couldn't say. In truth, so far.
The words have already left your mouth.
We're gonna see what a 72% chance looks like in this game today. We're learning. Oh no, we're learning. Oh. This is now an edutainment video.
The young woman raises a cigarette. There's only one solution.
Because you're a police officer. I am, yeah. You've been here. Couldn't say. In truth, so...
The words have already left your mouth.
This is what we're going to be dealing with for our playthrough. You only get high rolls when it doesn't matter. Because it's impossible.
The young woman raises... There's only one solution.
Because you're a police officer. I am, yeah. You've been here. Couldn't say. In truth, so far.
The words have already left your mouth.
There are guaranteed fails in this game. Is this one of them? Or is this just an unusual stream of really bad luck? Most curious.
The young woman raises a cigarette. There's only one.
Because you're a police officer. I am. You've been... Couldn't say.
Oh, this is funniness.
In truth?
The words have already left your mouth.
Alright. I'm gonna search this check. I'm now curious. Elysium. Class. Suggestion check. It's possible and it's boring, according to Reddit. Huh. And the recommended YouTube video is the failure. Hilarious. Let's listen to the success. I found a video for that. Instead of sitting here all day.
young woman
Discoception.
So far, mostly drinking.
This guy's passing with a 58% chance.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette.
There you go. That's the pass. Did we pass this in our first Let's Play? I feel like we somehow did. We're not taking a loss. We're actually just gonna hang our head in shame and walk past. Does this count as me reloading and cheating? Check. I have no idea.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Turn your face away. I'm mostly just playing this to get interesting content. It's not a challenge game. I don't think it's possible to lose. At least not a declared loss. You can get stuck. Yeah, it's possible. At least it was on launch. Yeah, coffee maker. Water cooler. Close enough. Yeah, so our empathy guy isn't trying to just talk to everyone randomly. Try to have a little bit of logic for what we're doing. Of course, empathy.
Hello, sweetie.
I don't even need to finish that thought.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
How many quick saves does this game give you? That's something to know. 2. 2 active quick saves. Hey, look, it's our old saves. No. Oh, no, that's my actual save. I don't know what this is. Looks like I started the game and gave up. That's unimportant. So it's August. This is a spoiler for the end of the game. There's a dock and a boat. And the guy in the orange coat's there. I've ruined everything.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks
sorry.
like he's waiting for someone. You.
Sorry, it's not an orange coat. It's an orange jacket. Pardon me.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why? He is your half-brother.
I mean, I'm only empathetic for people who are in distress, right? I know that's not what empathy it is, but that's what we're gonna play here. I give it some what's the word? Some texture, some grit, some subtlety. Be a little less one note with the character. Well, it's not a raison d'etre, but that's a fancy thing to say. And broadcast to the world. I know phrases like that. Raison d'etre, you know. Alright, enough of me. This game has plenty of comedy.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
It's barely noticeable, but he might be a bit annoyed at your rudeness. Then he lets it go. More important matters need tending to.
I didn't know that check was there. And I came very close to continuing not to know. We definitely could have taken that as a signature skill, couldn't we? This is probably also a example of having too much of a skill. Because it outright says it's non-critical. But now we've psyched ourselves out with it a little bit. He immediately let it go. We're still talking about it. Yep, this is a success failure of having too much of a skill, alright.
You realize he is waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Well, that's not happening. And as funny as the line is, that's not happening. Do we try to hide things from Kim or no? We've already not shaken his hand. If we just stand here and say nothing. He might be a bit more annoyed at our rudeness.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
We're setting our character in stone here with these decisions. Not really, but I'm giving it some gravitas, don't you know? Are we gonna be the type of guy who lies to Kim? Maybe. Yeah, we'll tell him what he wants to hear, right? Yeah.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
You're with the police?
Yes, of course. At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Yes.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
As in, he knows I'm lying.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
I mean, he could have checked himself.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down. I was to meet a detective from Precinct 41 at the Whirling in Rags, who arrived here 3 days ago. I am told that that is how long you have been here. Besides, you match his description.
What description?
Precinct 41 said they were sending the most seasoned detective. And you certainly look seasoned.
Oh. Yeah.
However, I would also suggest that you locate your blazer with your official insignia. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I could step into the headlights of my kinema and show you, but right now, I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Yeah, you can keep telling yourself that one.
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer.
Do I even have to talk to the manager? I mean, is anything really mandatory? We should probably talk to the manager, but first...
Hello, sweetie.
She is appraising you scientifically, the way she would an exceptional zoological specimen. It's not like that.
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
Asking the big questions right off the bat. I'm treating this like character creation right now. That's funny.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Yes, and it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law, someone you can lean on, and, sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
How rude.
And even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. I hope not. Although the work you are doing for all of us is quite dangerous.
Towering over her in your insignia, you make her feel safe.
Actually, this machine is broken. It means I can't use my legs. I was in an accident some years back, injured in the line of duty, as they say. Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak. I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
What?
Of course, dear. Good
No.
luck with your case.
No, might as well talk to the cafeteria manager. There's no avoiding it. The kitchen closed and all.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The harbinger of ruin.
What?
I was totally just clearing my throat and decided to run with that.
I have no idea what that means. What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Yeah, he's definitely irritated with me now.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the man fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's your turn.
Yes, yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? She went away because none of your business.
She pertains to the coming apocalypse.
Does she? Maybe she does. Maybe she pertains to the apocalypse. Sylvie is not here because I asked for her number. The dead body out back didn't help either, but it was mostly me. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
I don't know.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? You're right, you didn't. And it's only taken you 3 days not to. No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here, remember? Was there anything else? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Let's go.
Hardcore.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Oh. There's no getting out of this if we're actually playing empathetically, is there?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
Money. One of my favorite words.
What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer.
You know, I didn't actually know it was spring in this game. I thought it was winter. I'm sure there's some significant narrative, creative impact to the fact that they're basically at the very tail end of a cold winter, not in the middle of it. Yeah, that makes the story a little more symbolic now, doesn't it?
If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. In time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Probably no. Maybe we'll get electrochemistry skill from this. Yeah, I gotta absorb it. This is the classic disco right here. No narration on this.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Do not steal his pills.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Close. No cigar. Kim wanted me to put the blazer on. I don't want to. Between the trucks down there? Is this down there or is that down there? There they are. Well, we're off to a start.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes Platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
But it costs health. Well, it's fine, right? Sure.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
People are watching. Like this guy who's sitting there smoking.
People are watching. What a pussy. People are always watching. That's what makes it cool. Now come on. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
I mean, got experience out of it. How close are we to a level? Pretty close. Why do we have 6? Oh, because the pants, yeah. Goody, I get to overkill at skill too. Drop a real save. Talk to this other smoking guy.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout?
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need? Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Dunno. What you need? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Yeah, it must be. Your job's to know all these little things, isn't it? Well, my job is to deliver tracksuit trousers.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
Or just find them on the ground.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
I'm gonna try this check.
Ease into it.
No.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Nope. Nope. Not actually that far away from passing legendary checks, considering this is hardcore mode and all this and that. Yeah, we just started the game.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Don't be a stranger.
I think the strike has probably caught our attention. And the truck drivers that seem to be sad. Immediately we're distracted from the phone calls in the car. Yeah, such is life. Well, there we go. Exactly what we, well, didn't need. But it'll do. Something. Ever fashionable.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your... Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead. No, This one is a monster in disguise.
Sure.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
But I wanted conversation. I just realized that's over 1% of the money we need. I think we're winning. And look, there's more of it. And those look like cigarettes on the ground. No? We just walk around holding those. Why not?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Maybe we pass on that for now. We're nearly 2% of the way there.
Scab? Good one, officer. Don't worry. We here have solidarity with the RCM. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Somehow I knew that would be the one that I would pass.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me.
It's kind of cold here. And the sound's kind of glitchy out here. So let's go inside.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale. Yeah, they're kind of boring, but, you know. Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Understood.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff. But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Can't afford that.
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Yes? What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the Union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
Brigandage. We're looking up a word real quick. Welcome to Disco Edutainment. I already forgot the word. Brigandage. Hey, hold with me. I'll just read the definition. Well, brigand is a member of a gang that ambushes or robs people, specifically in forests and mountains. Interesting. Brigandage is the lifestyle and the practice of the highway robbery and plunder. So, brigandage is the life and practice of a brigand. Originally a French language word from Italy? Soldiers acting on their own reconnaissance. It's not reconnaissance. There's a G in there and a Z. And yeah, soldiers without a chain of command are brigands. They may be rebels against a state or a union perceived as the enemy. Yeah. Yeah, that's like a 12th grade reading level word, right? Or is that a college level word?
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
Oh no. Not an opinion. Look at these dialogue choices. Pardon the interruption. I am back. That background noise I've had playing in my ear for however long the recording had paused. 15 minutes. It's driving me a bit nuts now. Halogen lights, whatever. I don't know. What are we picking here? Why are we getting the intelligence checks? I don't even remember this from my high intelligence playthrough.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
From an imaginary fan.
Yes, thank you.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
On the surface, he's dismissive, but there's a conspiratorial glint in his black eyes. If only you knew what he would say.
Hmm.
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here, and now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
Or apocalypse.
No. Oh no, it's very imaginable. We fail to place responsibility for the hanging. The harbor companies see the situation is out of control, so they bring in private military, maybe a gunship. The Union responds in strength. Automatic fire.
Now he's taking these lines seriously. I'm just over here doing my Dark Urge playthrough at Disco Elysium.
Local law enforcement solving one little homicide decides nothing. Not solving it can have real and calculable effects. Things can always get worse. Matter of fact, augury, we should move. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Wholly pointless? No, that is very much a point that we just earned. Very pointed matter. Empathy. That saves, right? Yeah, it's an autosave. It's no... Once you've closed the menu, it's locked in for the playthrough.
He's actually glad it's addressed now. Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, impossible check. Unless double sixes are always a win. I think they are.
You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. If you insist. What do you want to know? That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad, completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
I can assure you, Detective, that I've passed all the required physical exams within the last year. Can you say the same?
You're off to a bad start with Kim.
You may not remember taking any little tests, but you're strong as a goddamn ox. Anyone can see that.
That's good to hear. I have little patience for the swinging dick style of police work. It's patience and intelligence that solves cases. Was there anything else?
Tell me a secret.
No.
Yes.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Something the matter, Detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall. Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it. If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
I always forget that the bag isn't actually here. Oh, well. Someone got to make that car an automation and import it to BeamNG Drive. That would be a good drifting car. It's got that rear weight bias. Talking like I know what I'm talking about over here. There. What's our next step in getting distracted from the actual case? You thought we were gonna go to the car? We ain't doing that. What's this? Just more health. We don't need to burn the health. I'll help myself to that. We certainly look empathetic. Maybe. Maybe not at all.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Good morning to you, officers.
It's the Australian guy.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
We failed to get that necktie, didn't we? I have to go back for that.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Maybe we just go without the tie.
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
This be the disco distraction playthrough. Maybe. Never actually gonna get anything done. Oh no, DEI. Was that a common use acronym when this game was developed? Is that a... Nothing like a third playthrough of a game to let you know how clever the writers actually are, huh? Yeah.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what? Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward? Lucky bastard. He's probably on Perolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Straight to the point.
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I've had to take it, you know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths, cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's, everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud, years getting sick.
Let's be empathetic and change the topic.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
You said you done it before, yeah?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
Every day, you look the part. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this. Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Of course. Let me have a look. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I wonder if you can actually get any more of this. Not sure.
Whoa. In your hand, Parolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power. What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom. It's not gonna give you radiation poisoning, stupid. Parolidon is a perfect match for a badass junkie cop who's looking for a little heat. The container is warm to the touch, or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up, like an oyster. Come on, slurp it. What is he? Your mother? Is Kim your au pair? Slurp it. Slurp the morsel of danger joy. You suck a manly dose of the extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone.
Glad I got the high physique.
It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning. No, of course not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm. This warmth, it makes you want to share your discovery with Kim.
That sounds smart.
I'm happy for you.
His glasses turn golden as the fire reflects off the lenses. Once again, You are filled with a certainty. This man is your brother. Just don't mix it with anything, he thinks, looking you over. Thankfully, his sense of balance seems okay. Whatever. I'm not getting involved. Wow. Kim's badass. Or he's had a druggie partner. Whoa. That's probably it. He's seen it before. Look at all these guys go off like fireworks as information pours into you about the lieutenant's simple remark. I'm happy for you. This stuff is great. Already you can tell you're going to be sloping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings.
Yeah, maybe not here. Yeah, that's having its effects. Just going for a little wander. Oh, a body. I don't know about that. How are you doing here, son? Are you winning, son?
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
And so are we.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Something very different.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno now?
It's just like back in school. Insults are weapons for bullies. Disarm him. Make his weapons your own. Tell him you do wanna fuck him.
That's a bad idea.
Exactly. Stop thinking this idiotic thought now and say something normal instead.
Why would you say that?
Well,
Victory.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
That line actually worked to disarm the situation.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
He lays the names out there with pride and precision, like cards on a table. Right when he's getting distracted, there's a malevolent hiss behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Calm down. Anyone watching can see you're doing nothing. Just keep it professional.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please! Help! Misters, help!
Rolling super hard. He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late! No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
Yeah, we're all in this together! The Banani Poiko's losing it!
The lieutenant doesn't even shrug.
Help! The RCM is trying to fuck us!
Are we gonna win the check?
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling.
I mean, if you're gonna wear the shirt, wear the shirt. Own the shirt.
Kuno feels it. This was no light tap.
What?
No, officer. You did this. Get yourself together.
For heaven's sake, he thinks. This has gone too far. Don't make this any worse than it is. Just get back to questioning the kid.
Okay, pig.
If this act was about him trying to establish dominance over you, it's safe to say things didn't go as he'd planned.
Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor. She understands. The battle for the control over Kuno is a battle of madness against madness. For the time being, her madness has proven less potent.
Oh, that's a good check. It's a good line.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want? You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit works.
A little. But don't expect anything to change.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno. Fuck his fat ass.
Let's make use of the Pyrrholidon. Pyrrholidon. There you go. Yeah.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno-S. Kuno-S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno-S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Well, this is the one that makes him look bad. Because it's him losing. But also him being scared. This is the easy win button, I think.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will. There are no guarantees here.
Maybe I don't know which one's the right button. This feels overly assertive for the situation.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
stop talking to him. Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal. Yeah. Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know. Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out. I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno, Kuno S, two of a kind.
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer. Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit. Crazy people? The fucking Nakis? I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer. Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear. Fear of the truth.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her, you threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
All right, now we can do business. Yeah, what do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. And shit, you can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. That fucking pile of eternite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it up and you can fuck into Kuno's shack. Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
Like half. A baggie, but like in this vial. Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Okay, Kuno's listening. Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Kuno's violent dad's got Kuno's key. So you need to fuck your way in there. Go to the pier side, bang on the door till the cleaning gimp lets you in. That's how Kuno does it. Then you go to room 12 and kick down the door, police violence style. That's what Kuno does. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Cool. No, really. Rock and roll.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
As always, Kuno provides a very strong ending to an episode. Ending on a double high note, as they say. As I say, even. So yeah. As always, this is a good game. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, night, weekend, whatever the hell. Yeah. Hardcore. Yeah. It's hardcore. Yeah. Good song. Goodbye. Good riddance.